So we successfully fled the boot. You know what? I'm going to put, here's our grue. Let's put that guy right there. And then we went 1, 2, 3, 4 turns since fleeing that grue. So I'm just going to make a note of that over here, which I've been forgetting to do in case we want to go back to that room for whatever reason. Okay, so we're in this room now, so we're going to do a quick encounter check. No encounter. That was a 5. So now we can try to find out what this room is. 6. Oh, so this is a special room. So that's cool. This will be our first special room. And let's see. So basically, for a special room, as you can see, I kind of wrote in some changes that I made. But basically, we're going to roll on tier 1 first. And then this T2, I don't know if you can see that very well, but some of them have T2 written next to them. If we roll one of those rooms, that has T2 next to it, for the next time we roll a room, we can roll on tier 2. And likewise, with the T3, we can roll, if we find one of those rooms, we can roll on tier 3 after that. And then with the tier 3, there's only one of those per castle. So we're just gonna, if we continue to find additional rooms or just keep exploring, we're just gonna like alternate between tiers 1 and 2 after finding tier 3. But we haven't got that far yet. We're gonna go and roll D66 and see what we get. So red will be first. Red will be the 10s. $44. Okay, so we got a fountain, which is cool. So I'm going to draw a little fountain. Let's see. So we'll draw like a little figure. Spewing water. All right. All right, well, there's a rudimentary fountain. So, as you recall, we rolled on the potions list earlier, and that is the same as the fountain list. Let's see if we can find it. Here it is. All right, so we're going to roll for the same thing. So we're going to start with rolling for, well, actually, we're going to just roll to see what color it is, and yeah, we'll go from there. 6. Oh, another opalescent. So So as a fountain, now, as you'll notice, I drank 2 potions so far. So conceivably I have empty flasks still because I haven't filled those slots. So I can fill 2 flasks with the water from this fountain, and I can drink from it. So now that brings up something interesting. If you'll notice, let's see. I'll move my guy for a second. If you'll notice, all of these are very positive. So there's only one that's a negative. So maybe that's something for me to think about. Am I giving, like there's not enough risk here. So I'll think about that. I'll let it ride for now, obviously. But I will think about that. Maybe I want to make one of these like a negative goetic energy for a certain number of turns. I don't know, something. But yeah, there's very little chance that something will go wrong. And so yeah, I'm going to fill those flasks with opalescent potions. And the only thing I haven't done is decide how much I can sell them for. So that might be a good source of revenue for me, especially if I don't care about goetic energy. Oops, dropped my group. By the way, I don't know what this is supposed to be. I think it might be supposed to be a knoll, but it totally reminds me of the werewolf from that old TV show Werewolf, if anyone remembers that. Perhaps not. Anyways, so I think so. It takes a turn to fill a potion, or fill a flask. I mean, so the first thing I'm going to do actually is drink a healing potion. Eight. So now I have 3 flasks that I can fill this up with. If I were to come back to this room, it'll be a different color. And I've only got 1 opalescent potion. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to drink from it. Take my chances, such as they are. And yeah, if we come back to this room, maybe it'll be something like a healing potion or something else that might be more immediately useful to me. Lost another die. All right. Let's try this one. 4. Four is plus 1 goetic energy. So I'm going to put 1 right here. Yeah, I might need to think because I'm not sure. I can't remember right now, just off the bat. I'm not gonna look it up, but I will later. Like how many times you can drink, and perhaps because I could just keep drinking and getting greater and greater goetic energy. I will have to think about this. This is definitely something that might be a bug, and definitely not a feature. Well, feature for the player maybe, but a bug for the game. Yeah, I either have to make it like more of a risk, or limit the number of times you can do it. And I may do both actually. Like you can consider like usually I'm not sure if I did this necessarily on purpose, but like usually like the higher numbers are the more advantageous result. So, conceivably, at one point, I considered this to be the either because of his goetic energy or because like the odds are so in favor of getting something good. But considering it now, after the fact, when I don't totally remember what I was thinking when I originally wrote this, I kind of want to revisit this one and rethink how I want to do that, because or just kind of rejigger the rules a little bit so that it's not so advantageous. But anyways, I will just restrain myself. But that did take a turn, so we will roll for an encounter. That, of course, is the danger, but I mean, you only have basically a 2 in 6 chance of having an encounter, which is still not. I mean, we've been having poor luck on this excursion, but it's still not. Those odds still aren't too bad. So rolling for an encounter. See? Encounter. All right. What do we get? Green will be first in this roll. 41. Phantom limbs. Okay, so with phantom limbs, what happens is that you have to hit it on the first round, or you don't break free until 1d3 turns. So let's, and then obviously you're rolling for an encounter on each of those turns. So let's let's see if we can hit it. Okay, so where'd it go? So skill is 5. So we don't have the +1 from our earlier potion. So we're just gonna but we do have a 6 with our advanced rank in melee. So let's see. I'll just take these 2 right here and give the monster these 2 here. So I am Christmas colors, and it is, I don't know, blue and black, bruisey colors. I made it. And if I was doing damage, I would have given him an extra point of damage. But as it is, I'm not. So, in fact, I can even give myself an extra melee, or a tick in the melee advancement chart. And we're going to put another, I can't remember if we did 2 moves or 1 move there, but it's fine. We're already at 5, and we're probably not going to get back there right away anyways. Okay. So, another thing I need to decide, with a room like this, can you search it? Now I'm gonna decide just off the top of my head, because it has a fountain in it that it doesn't have anything else. So this is one of those special rooms that that you can't search further. That seems reasonable to me. I'll have to make a note of that. Also, we'll label this as room 3. Okay, so I'll go up here. So let's roll to see what that is. Black will be first for this roll. 1, 3. So 1 is it's a corridor, and 3 is the T intersection. So that's simple enough. Come out 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to come down here because I want to see, I want to, like, you know, see if we get another room or something in here. Just kind of play with how to, you know, draw a map when you're kind of running into other things. So we're just going to experiment with that a little bit. But we enter a turn in the corridor. So I'm going to roll for an encounter here. 6, no encounter. Now we'll roll for room or corridor and type. So black is first, black is room or corridor. So we've got a room. So this is exactly what I wanted, just like how are we going to fit a room down here? This is room type 4. So this is what room type 4 looks like. So I'm going to orient it like this so that the exits are kind of coming out, like not going. What I could do, actually, not change my mind. I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to make this a secret door. So let's see. I'm going to move this guy out of the way for now. Put this down here maybe. Over here. Over here. And then I'm going to, instead of, so as you can see, this kind of comes, the exit just kind of comes off the bottom right here, but I'm going to move up 1 so it's not like right next to however this corridor is going to go. Oh, you know what? I didn't draw it far enough out. There's one more. And then up. Okay, so as you can see, I kind of deformed it from what I had originally designed there, but that's good. Or that's not a problem. That's you know, I'm just trying to work with what I have here. And as you just basically, so you have like roughly the same square footage. This might be slightly bigger, I'm not sure, because I think I kind of extended part of it. And in the same number of exits. Okay. So we were here, And then we'll just move to the center of the room here. We'll go 1, 2. So this is, we'll go here. So this is the end of our move. We'll roll for an encounter. Put a brew back. No encounter. Speaking of brew, made another move. We're now at 6. And we want two more turns before the brew wanders off. Okay, so let's determine what kind of room this is. 5. That is, I don't remember. It's a hiding spot. So here's our hiding spot table. So we'll just roll on this 2d6. Red's 10s. 35. Grandfather clock. So let's put, I don't know, a clock here in the corner. All right. So it has a trap probability of 2. It's right here. Now I have a rule that says that if you find a key in the same room as a trapped, a hiding spot with a trap, then that key will automatically open that. So that implies that I should be able to search this room, just as I would a regular room. So let's do that. Although 2 is actually pretty low, I just have to roll anything but a 1 or a 2 in order to disarm it. I want to see if I can find a key. So I'm going to search. I can search up to 3 times. So this is going to be room 4. So yeah, let's search. So in this case, blue will be the 10s. 41. $41 is nothing. So that sucks. Now we have to roll for an encounter. 6. And then I'm going to put room 4 here. We can't search room 3, so I'm not even going to put it on here. Room 4, we did 1 search. 1 more move for the brew. Let's search again. I have 2 red dice here. The translucent is the 10s. 12. Treasure. All right. We'll roll for treasure. For the translucent is the 10s again. 51. 51 is the roasted aurochs joint. Feed a beast enemy and flee without rolling. That might come in handy. So put another tick here for search twice. All right up here, roasted aurochs joint. Okay, so I'm going to search one more time. Translucent is... Did I roll for an encounter? I don't think I did.